Hello friends, welcome again to another video. Now today I just wanted to make a quick video about a Hitapp that I've been working on for a few days now, and I'm doing this because one of my subscribers just requested that I should make this video, and let me just show you. Now this is from Cham. Bro, I have a problem with the KAIGO Image Relevance work and could do that more than 10 hits. Can you help? Yes, I can, KAIGO. And also, he also said that KAIGO is the best, I think, because my colleague have earned more than $300 US dollars, but they don't tell me about the secret. I only got $10 and I can't go after that. I'm getting disabled, so make a video on that. It'd be beneficial to all, including me also. Eagerly waiting for your video. Please make it fast. So thank you for that, Cham. Now let's start with this. Now the KAIGO Hitapp, find it easy myself. Yes, and I've been doing it for the last 4 days now, and I can see they've been adding more hits daily. Like now I can see it is 144k hits. So let's start it. Now this Hitapp, there are like 5 rules that you need to follow when doing it. The first thing you need to do is to check the entity description. If you check the page on the top left corner, you'll see entity description. Now go through the entity, read it, then you come to the images, the pictures. Now check if the images are talking about the same entity. Now if you look up there, you'll see at the note, you'll see what they're trying to say. Does the image collection appear to be generally about the entity? Now note, the collection will be used to create an image collage for the entity. If any single image or label represent a different entity, the collage will be rejected. Now let's say that you find that the image is talking about the entity, like this one. I can see health lake is and the entity is heat lake, biological site, okay, which is a biological site, heat lake. So you come and check the images. The first one is talking about heat lake, okay. The second one, heat lake, third one. So everything I can see, all the images are talking about the entity. Yeah, all of them. Now that's the first thing you need to do. Check if the images are talking about the entity. Now let's say that you've checked and you find that all the images are talking about the entity, like this one, like this example. So you check the image again. The second thing you need to do is come up again, check all the images again, see if there's 3 or more images that are looking the same. If the 3 or more images that are the same, you come down here and just click on repetitive. Now on repetitive, you can see they're saying 3 or more images are exactly the same, or 3 or more images show overly similar maps or logos, or even dense text. So for dense text, you can find that some images, they will contain text in them that you can't even read. So if there are like 3 or more images that contain text that are so small that you can't read, you just come and click on repetitive and you submit. If there are 3 or more images that are maps, you just click on repetitive and you submit. If there are 3 or more images that look the same, they are exactly similar. For this example, I don't see any similar images. You just come down here and click on repetitive and submit if they look the same. Now, in case you check the images and you find that the entity is talking about heat lake, but the images are talking about something else. Let's say that 1 or 2 images, let's say all these images are talking about heat lake, but one of them is talking about maybe a UFC fighter. I'm a fan anyway. A UFC fighter. Now that one image will make the all of this image collage to be irrelevant. Now if you find that one image is not talking about the entity, you just come here and click on not relevant, and you submit. Now for not relevant, you can see they are saying one or more image is not relevant or has any watermark or is just bad or detrimental. So let's say that you find you check all these images and you find one is talking about a different thing, you come and click on not relevant. But in case everything is just okay, you went through all the images and you find that they are just okay, you come down here and click on good. Now what I usually do is to read the entity, check the images if they are talking about the entity, like this one they are talking about heat lake. After checking all the images are talking about heat lake sorry, I just come back again, and the second thing I do, I just go through all these images again and check if there's 3 or more images that look similar. In case there are no images that look similar, like this example, I go through the images again and check if there's any image that contain a watermark. So for these images, I can see they're just okay. So for this one, I'll just come down here and click on good, because I don't see any problem with the images. There are no watermarks in the images. There are no images that 3 or more images that look the same, and so these images are just okay. So I click on good and I submit. Okay, for the next one, you can see these are mushrooms. So what you need to do first of all is go through the entity description. So the entity description is talking about is a mushroom which has psychobane. So it's talking about psychobane, which is a mushroom. So check the images if they're talking about the same thing. So I can see the first one is talking about that mushroom. Okay, the second one also is talking about that one also. So all the images in this example also are talking about the entity, so they are okay. So the next thing I'll check again is to see if there are 3 or more images that look the same. For this image collection, I don't see any images that look the same, so they are just okay. Now the third thing I'll do, I'll check if there is any image that contain any watermark. For this image collage, I don't see any images that contain any watermark. So also this, I just come down here and click on good and I submit, just like that. So let's take this one, this example for the last time. Okay, so check the entity description. So the entity is Alton, which is a suburb. Okay, check the images if they are talking about the same thing also. The first image is talking about it, which is okay. The second one also, third one also, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So all the images are talking about the entity. Now check the images again. If there is 3 or more images that look the same. So for this example, I don't see any images that look the same, so they're just okay. The third thing I need to do is check for watermarks, and I don't see any watermarks in all of these images. So what I need to do is just come down here and click on good and I submit. You see? And also for this one, already seen 1, 2, 3, they look the same. Now for this, the first thing you need to do is to go through the entity first, entity description. So the entity is talking about Port Alba, which is one of the city gate in Naples. So you come through the image collection and you check. The first one is talking about it. The second one also. Okay. All the images are talking about it. So all the images are talking about the same entity, which is good. Now you need to check if there are images that are looking the same. I don't see any. Now check for watermarks. Checking for watermarks. I don't see any watermark in these images. So this image collection is good. You submit. The third one, Okay, the first thing you need to do is read the entity description, the National Film Award. So that's the entity. So check if the images are talking about the National Film Award. So the first one is talking about it, the second one also, the third one also, fourth, fifth. Okay, all the images are talking about it. So you come back again and check for similar images. I don't see any. And also you check for watermarks. I don't see any watermark in these images. So this collection is good. So you click on good and you submit. Now for this one, first thing you need to do, read the entity description. So We Mean Business was an American reality TV series. So We Mean Business is a TV series. So check the images, see if they're talking about the same thing. You can see the first one is talking about it, the second one, the third one. Now for this one, you can see that the first image, the second image, and the third image look exactly the same, right? So you just come down here and click on repetitive. Okay, then you submit. So that's how these hitapps are done. So you see how easy it is. And in case there is any hitapp that you are having trouble with, just comment in the comments below and I'll be happy to help. I usually reply to all my comments, so please feel free to ask any question. And subscribe for more videos, and also share this video with anyone you think that this video can help.